Hello and welcome to another video here to Union Arena in the tabletop simulator. Today we're gonna take a look at the green decks from Attack on Titan, which are first here in the red corner, the Berthold and the Reiner, the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan. And as you can see, these are like really heavily relying on energy generation, because Berthold is a 10 energy character and Reiner is a 7 cost energy character. However, in this deck there will be a lot of characters that help get this mana cost ready. By the way, they both have like really nice artwork, even in their non-alt art edition. On the other side is the other green deck. We got the Zeke Jaeger here, the antagonist of Attack on Titan for some time. And his archetype revolves around the pure Titan affinity cards, which are basically all these random Titans that you can see in the anime that don't really have like a main purpose, except of being like Titans. As always, we're gonna roll the dice to see who will go first. Got double sixes, wow. Seems like I throw a lot of same content. Okay, 6 and 5. Which means, what did I say? This is the red side. The Berthold goes first. Alright, let's start our turn here with our action point. And I think I'm just gonna start by bringing out the Berthold here, because he has the active main ability to generate 1 more energy if I sideline him and rest him at the end of the turn. So let's untap here and pass the turn. We will gain 2 action points here, draw a card, and there's also the first pure Titan, as you can see. Like, these are the pure Titan characters. They're basically just like random Titans that you have. And his ability buffs them a lot and makes them attack faster. Or easier. He's also paired with this character, which is like the other ultimately great character in the game, the Rod Rice. I think he's the father of Historia, right? And he was like one of the first Titans ever created or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how the lore was. So I think we're just gonna play our first 0 cost characters too. We're gonna start with the Annie Leonhardt. She's in both decks because she allows us to draw a card and then sideline a card. I think I'm gonna sideline him, because we have a lot of Zeke Jaeger cards on the hand. And then, should I play already like a pure Titan, or should I just play him? I think I'm gonna play one Zeke here. And untap and end the turn. We also gain another action point here, and this time we can draw a card. And we draw our Searcher, what is pretty good. I think I'm gonna play her immediately. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Marlene Warrior or Pure Titan card of Affinity card among them, and add it to the hand. If I added the card to my hand, place 1 card from your hand into the sideline. So by only looking at the top 3, this card is kind of a bad searcher. But she's also in both decks because she can look for a pure Titan card and Marlene Warrior. I think I will take this. I could pick him, but I also could pick herself. I think... Let's look at our hand. 1 energy generation here already. By the way, this is the special event which costs 9 energy, and yeah, it's pretty good because if you have a Reiner on field, you can reveal 2 green characters from your top 7 cards and play 2 green characters for more energy generation. But you first need to get to the 9 energy cost, which is kind of annoying. So let's just take the Annie, I think, to the hand, and we bottom deck the rest. And because we added her, we also need to sideline 1 character. I kind of like that these characters are 2 different characters, but with the same artwork. Let's drop one of the 0 cost Reiner here. And then I could search again. I think I'm gonna do that too, but again, dropping the hand card into the sideline is kind of annoying. Let's search. I got a 0 cost. We got the 0. Okay, we can only grab a 0 cost. Which means I will grab this and I immediately sideline this to it. Yeah, I'm not sure why they made this searcher like this. Like this, that you, if you add a card, place 1 card from your hand into the sideline. It's pretty... I'm not sure. Maybe she's not that great in these decks. Okay, let's untap here and end the turn. I think we're gonna stay at 2 action points here. We got another Rod Rice, but we couldn't find any of the Zeke characters yet, which is kinda annoying. I think I will move 1 to the front line to do some early damage. and then just play one of the Pure Titan here, so we make this raid character a little bit cheaper when we draw him. And then I'm gonna play another Pure Titan here, and he has when played draw a card and plays a card from your hand into the sideline. And I get another one of him, which means I'm probably gonna drop the race here or these 2 costs. I'm gonna drop another 2 cost Zeke. Okay, now we can swing here for free because my opponent doesn't have anyone on the front line, and we get a raid trigger, which is super good, but we already have one Annie Leonhardt on our hand anyways. Let's untap here and empty turn. I think this is gonna be our first 3 action point turn. I think I need to zoom in a little bit more so you can see the board a little bit clearer. Oh, this character generates energy. There. This character generates energy even if he's on the front line, so that is a nice character to play. But I think we might be able to raid with the Annie this turn. The question is, do we play him on the front line or we do an action point draw? I think I wanna play him on the front line, so we might be able to raid with the Reiner next turn. So let's start by playing this Reiner onto the energy line, because the Berthold allows us to draw a card and he will only boost himself by 1000 battle points. Now we are at 5 energy, which means we can raid. We're gonna raid with one of them. Then we activate her when played ability, play up to 1 green character card with 3 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your hand, set to resting on the field. Will we go up to 6 energy if I play him? We have 4, yep. Which means I will play him, set to resting on the field. Now we have a total of 6 energy generation, because 2, 3, 5, 6. Which means we can draw a card. And we also get him as a raid character, which is pretty good. We could actually now raid with the Reiner Braun, because we have the Annie on the field, and her first sentence on the ability says, when Malenian Warrior performs a raid from your hand, reduces energy requirement by 1. And he also cannot be removed from the field. However, we would need to give up one of the double energy generation here. But that would be a really strong board. Is that worth it? It's really hard to get the Armor Titan out anyway, so I think I'm gonna do that just for the sakes of the combo. We're gonna move him to the front line and then enter the battle phase. He has impact 1, so he cannot be blocked. But she could be blocked by the Annie Leonhardt here. However, since we are like at 7 life, I think both of these characters can go through. First I'm gonna hit with the Reiner, because he's only protected during my opponent's turn. And we don't have a trigger here, and then we're gonna hit with the Annie, and I think I will take this too. And we get the special trigger. That is very unfortunate, which means that the Reiner will go into the graveyard, which then in hindsight it would be better to probably save him on the hand, but yeah, that's just how the game sometimes is. Let's untap here and end the turn. I think we will get our 3rd action point now too. The special trigger are always kind of lucky, and we're not drawing any of the raid characters, which is kind of weird. We could sideline the Annie too with this character, with this special trigger. Okay, let's start the turn. I think I'm gonna move this guy to the front line. Then I will play him onto the energy line and buff this guy for 1000 battle points, so he will go through no matter what. Then we're gonna rest one of these and play the Zeke and use his when played ability. Play up to 1 card with 2 or less energy requirement, 1 action point cost, and Pure Titan from my hand set to resting on the field. Which is this character, which means we can draw a card again and sideline a card. We have 2 special triggers and 1 0 cost. Do we drop the 0 cost here and keep 2 special triggers on our hand? I don't know. Let's make it interesting and just although, no, you know what, I'm gonna drop this guy, because I'm gonna use one of these special trigger now no matter what. I can KO a 5k character, which is the Annie. However, her when sideline ability activates, return one base card of this rated character to the hand, which means this character will go back to the hand. So this is kinda good for the, wait, is it the 0 cost or the searcher? Or the searcher? It's kinda good for the effect because you can kinda recycle the card herself. Then we're gonna enter the battle phase. We have an open field. We're gonna swing 4k first. And there will be no trigger here. And then we're gonna swing 1.5k. And there's the Titan Forest. This is really good for our energy generation. And it's also really good that this is a get trigger. Alright, let's untap here and end our turn. Alright, our board is pretty empty. And we draw another Colossal Titan. I think we can only activate the Titan Forest in the next step, because it doesn't say that you can play this card set to active on the field. Oh, it's kinda necessary too. The question is, do we search with the Annie first? You know what? We have 2 Colossal Titans on our field, we don't need that many. We're gonna play the Annie. This means I can move someone to the front line. I think I will move the... Yep, let's move the Annie to the front line. Then we play Annie. Again, we can look at the top 3 cards. Double energy generation, drawing, and another Berthold. I think I'm gonna grab the double energy card. Seems to be a little bit better, although generating energy on the front line is also kinda nice. And we're gonna drop one of the Colossal Titans, because he is reducing our front line by 1 if he's played. If we had a final trigger on the hand, I think we could play the Berthold this turn. But let's just do it a little bit safer. So I have to play this one, set the resting on the field, and then we have 6 energy again. Which means I could raid with the Annie again and play one of the Berthold to the front line. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna set her back to active, but I think for now I will keep her here. So she is protected from some triggers that could happen this turn, although I cannot attack otherwise. And then I will use her blade ability and play the Berthold get tapped on the front line. And now I will have 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 energy generation. I cannot really attack here because it will be blocked by the pure Titan, so I will just untap here and end the turn. I think the other deck need to play it kind of slow. And there's our first raid card. And since we only have 2 cards on our hand, I will also do an action point draw and we get another raid card. Okay, Rodriguez. He is just a beat stick. And he is cheaper for each pure type affinity card on the field. Impact 1. He's pretty strong, okay. I will not use the special trigger because KOing these characters is not really worth it, and I think playing both raid cards is a little bit better. Let's just see how much he costs. Reduces required energy by 1 for each card with pure Titan. We have 1, 2, 3, so he will cost 4 energy. But I just see if I raid one on the backline, means that I can only play one of these cards, because I will not have enough energy generation. I think I will play the Zeke no matter what. So let's raid with the Zeke. Activate his One Blade ability, all pure Titans will gain 1000, which are these 2 cards. And then choose up to 1 pure Titan affinity card on your field that gains impact 1 until the end of the turn. If this character is on your front line, all pure Titan affinity cards gain 1000 battle points until the end of the turn. So they will get 1000 more, and one of them has impact 1. I cannot play any of these cards because I only have 3 energy generation, if I'm correct. Alright, let's go into the battle phase. We're gonna swing with the big guy first. 2 attacks might be blocked anyways. Actually, I can block the Annie with him, and I could sacrifice the Berthold for another attack. So I'm gonna take this first attack, and it's a 0 cost Berthold, which is annoying. Now do I want to go down to... I think I have to go down to 2 life cards because I forgot that one of them has impact 1. So I should have blocked this character and didn't block the impact 1 guy. No, it would be 2 damage anyways. So impact 1. Another Berthold. Damn, these cards are not shuffled correctly. Then we swing with him, and I think I have to block this, otherwise I would be at 1 life card, and next time the impact trigger would definitely kill me. And then this Annie can be blocked by this 2000 battle points Annie. Let's untap here and anti-turn. Alright, let's draw here, untap, and let's see if we can save it. We get another Reiner, which is not bad. However, can we play the Berthold this turn? That would be pretty nice. This could go up to 3, then we have 5, 6, 7. Still 7. I think we cannot. I think we might actually. Okay, let's try this out. We're gonna move the Annie to the front line. Then we will play the Reiner Braun onto the energy line. Now we have 6, 7. Yes, we can do it. We will use the Berthold Hoovers effect to rest him to give him 1 more energy generation. Now we are at 8 energy, and then we're gonna switch this to resting. I always do it like that. Place 1 card from my hand into the sideline, and this will gain 1 energy generation. So now we have 9 energy generation in total, which means we can use this to rate the Berthold here, which means this character on the bottom will not be KO'd. However, my front line will be reduced by 1, which is slightly annoying, and he will only cost 9 energy because the Annie is on the front line. Then his Windblade ability activates, sideline all character with 0 required energy generation on my opponent's front line. This character gains. This character cannot be chosen by your opponent's characters or triggered abilities until the end of the turn. The only 0 cost character is this Annie, so she will be sidelined. Then we have 3, 5, 7. Yep, 7 energy left. So I think we can just raid with him here. However, we need to remove someone from the front line. I think it's allowed to do it like this. If the front line is full, you need to remove him from the game. Again, we only have 3 spots on the front line because of the Colossal Titan. He's just too big. And just look at this for a second. We got the Dream Team here, all 3 raid cards on the field, Reiner, Annie and Berthold. It's pretty nice, but I think we're gonna lose anyways next turn. So this character needs to be blocked no matter what, and he will have impact 1 damage because taking 3 damage is not good. He also has impact 1 damage, so it doesn't really matter if he's blocked, and she doesn't have anything. Which means I will get 2 damage no matter what, and I would be left at 3 life. That is pretty good. So I will start by swinging with the Berthold. I have to block him because otherwise he would deal 3 damage, but we still do 1 impact damage. It's a final trigger, so it doesn't do anything. Next up, I'm gonna swing with the Reiner. Again, impact damage I could block, but it didn't really matter. Let's just take the damage here. It's another Pure Titan card. By the way, he is really good because he can play. He's a really good Titan because he can play other Titans. And then lastly, let's swing with the Annie. And I think I can also safely take this, so I can try to finish him next turn. Because having 2, actually that might be a problem though. No, doesn't matter. I already picked it up, and we have an active trigger, but it doesn't do us anything. If I would have blocked next turn, I have only 2 hand cards and not enough energy generation, so it's, I think, a slightly better option to like keep him on the field and try to finish him next turn. Okay, let's untap here and anti-turn. This got kind of close, to be honest, at the end. Let's draw a card, and we got a special trigger, which means that we definitely do one of the action point draws. Alright, this doesn't look too good, but it's better than nothing, I think. Let's use the final trigger first. I think I'm gonna play all of my hand cards. Then we're gonna play the Zeke For one, we're definitely gonna play the special event, and we can KO 5k or less character. We cannot KO him unless we pay one more AP as an additional cost. This is the second one that I played, right? Goes action point draw, then restate 2, play him. If I pay one extra, I cannot raid with this guy. And otherwise I could only KO the Annie here. I feel like I'm gonna do a misplay here. I will have 3 attackers. If I kill him, I cannot raid, and I only have 2 attackers. One of them will be blocked, but the other one can attack. So no matter what I do, I think there will be 2 characters dying, unless he takes the risk. I feel like I'm just gonna kill the Annie here, because the outcome will be the same. So let's put her into the sideline, this Annie will go to the hand. And then we raid with the Rod Rice. During my turn, this character gains plus 1000 battle points. I forgot about that. If there's an active character on your opponent's frontline, this character also gains double damage. So double damage, 6k. Then I will activate his active main ability. I will choose him to give him 1000 battle points and impact 1. Alright, I think I might have done the right thing here. We have 3 attacks. This guy is impact 1. This guy is double damage. So he has to be blocked. Otherwise my opponent is dead. Yep. And it will deal only 1 damage. So we're gonna block here with this Reiner. He will be sidelined because he has 6k damage. Could have blocked with him too, but I think I will keep him. I want to keep him on the field. Then 4k impact damage. I can block this, and then he will attack for 4k, which deals exactly 1 damage. And we're gonna get a get trigger. I think I couldn't have done this better, but I might have been wrong, so just let me know in the comments. Let's untap here and empty turn. This way I also have like another blocker on the field, so I think it would have been better than blocking the Reiner. Or there would have been 1 impact damage going through. No, I think it's the same outcome. Let's untap and draw a card. And I think I will do 1 action point draw too. But that's not helpful. Let's use it anyways. Set our action points back to active. Then I think I will play one of the Annie. Look at the top 3 cards and hope I find another raid card. We can get an Annie, but we cannot get a Reiner. Yeah, we'll take her no matter what. Let's put these here, get this to the hand, and we're gonna drop the Berthold. Actually, should I keep this event in case we draw Reiner next turn? Another Colossal Titan will be catastrophic. Yeah, let's drop this guy. Then we're gonna play him on the front line, and we're gonna raid with the Annie. Could have played him with the Annie effect too, but I don't have any cards on the hand, so it doesn't really matter. We enter the battle phase. He can attack impact 1, and we don't have any nullify impact here. And she needs to be blocked by probably this Titan card. However, this character can gain impact next turn, and my opponent is still at 2 life cards, so I think I will actually drop the Rod Reese here. Let's swing impact 1. We're gonna drop this guy, deal 1 damage, and there is no trigger. Shit, no, I need to block 2 guys anyways. So let's swing with her too, and this will be blocked by the pure Titan, because I kinda wanna keep the Zeke on the field. Just double check, this guy is only during my turn, he will gain 2000 battle points, okay. So I did everything correctly here. It's still kinda close. Let's untap here and empty turn. Okay, draw, action point draw. Titan injection. Okay, that's actually pretty good, to be honest. Let's play this immediately. Look at the top 4 cards, and I can add 1 card to my hand, like any card. And if it's a Reese, Pure Titan or Zeke Jaeger, I can set 1 action point back to active. I cannot raid with the Reese, and I cannot raid with him either, because I only have 1 Pure Titan card on my hand. And I don't have any Pure Titan card that I can take here. I think I'm just gonna take this guy. These will be bottom decked. By the way, I forgot about it, but I wanna actually move him to the front line. My opponent has impact damage no matter what, so it doesn't matter if I put like a lot of blockers up here. Let's lay him onto the front line. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm dead next turn. This would be a 5 energy rate. Let's activate his main ability, plus 1000, impact 1. We're gonna swing 4k, which can be blocked by this guy. We're gonna swing with him, which can be blocked by the any Leonhardt. Let's untap here and end the turn. Alright, I think we managed to win this game. If there is no final trigger in the life cards. Let's draw here, get an any Leonhardt, this to the action point draw, another final trigger here. Let's play the Annie onto the energy line because our front line is full. We can draw a card and sideline 1 card, and then we're gonna play the Reiner Braun into the energy line. We're gonna go to the battle phase, swing, impact 1, triple damage. I think it doesn't really matter if I block here, so I will not block at all. And if this is the final trigger, we might have another turn. It's just a Pure Titan. Alright, this was a pretty close game, to be honest. The Colossal Titan, the Reiner Braun, and the Leonhardt managed to win this game, but only with 1 life card left, which was a get trigger. Yeah, these are both like really interesting decks. I'm assuming that the Zeke Jaeger will be super budget deck, and then this guy will probably be a little bit more on the expensive side. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.